Hello, my U.S. history scholars. So let's go over the sub-plans for, more importantly, for Monday, but also take a look at the week. And again, if you want to get a copy of the schedule, how you would do it is you go to Classroom, click on the About in the upper right-hand corner, scroll down, and you'll find it there, U.S. History Fall 2018. I would highly recommend looking at it all the time because that's where we put things. But if we look over here, so Monday, I'm going to ask you a few different tasks because I'm not going to be here. Then Wednesday, we know there is PSAT, so there will be no class for all. And then on the 11th, I will also not be here, so we're going to take our common assessment that day in class. Friday is a fun community development day that we talk about things. Tuesday, we're doing a debate. So kind of a loose week, but it's a good week as well. So the objectives that I would say for Monday in class: either study for the common assessment or just make sure you have some mind frame around things like Declaration of Independence, Boston Massacre, things like that. Timeline work, don't worry about that because I'm actually going to override that and redo that sometime. You can either work on your writing project, which I definitely would consider, or you can prep for the debate on Tuesday. And this will be our last grade for the quarter. So if you think you've done poorly on things and you need to get your grade up, this is a good way to kind of kick it up a little bit. We're going to talk about George Washington and the American Revolution. So if you would like some information on it, what I would highly recommend doing is watching the video there on the American Revolution and watching these videos on your own to get yourself ready for the debate. These are very good videos. I've watched them all, and I think they help paint a light for George Washington in a very different way than we typically see him as being. Second, our writing project that we talked about, it is due October 16th at midnight or right before, and that is next Tuesday. So I know it seems like it's a long ways away, but I promise you it's not. So you will have this. You can click on it, and if you click on the quarter one, oh, I'm sorry, the mouse is getting a little crazy. You'll have this, so you can read the objective. Due date has changed, so don't worry about that. So let's just change that now so there's no confusion there. What you're expected to do, the instructions and so forth, please read them. And down here, when you choose your level question that you're going to answer, if you look over here, there are hyperlinks. You would click on them, and it takes you to the article that you're going to need to read because you need to cite that a little bit, if not cite even more. Levels here, 1 through 3, 1 being the lowest, 3 being the highest. That doesn't necessarily mean that I think 1 is the worst and 3 is the best. That just means in terms of grading, I'm a little more stringent if you choose 1 because it's a little easier of a topic, so I expect more and I expect you to hit things right on the button in terms of your analysis. Where 3 is a lot more higher order thinking, goes up the depths of knowledge pyramid, so I'm going to give you a little more freedom there to kind of analyze it a little differently, and I may allow a little more slip-ups because it's a harder thing there. But again, it's up to your choice, and again, I've seen people get 100 on 1, and I've seen people get 60s on 3s, and vice versa, so it's your choice. There is the rubric. That's how it's going to be graded in that one. So you see 1, 2, 3, lacking, commendable, awesome, and here's the different areas. So I would highly recommend working on that because if you go over to there, you're going to have a copy of this, essay number 1. What you would do is you start putting in your stuff, read the directions, and you would write your introduction there. Put your thesis statement in the black. Body 1, you would write it in there. Body 2, you would write it in there. Body 3, you would write it in there. And you need to put your focus, concept, or point in parentheses there for each one. And then the bottom one is conclusion. So you're going to work on this document, and this is what you turn in. If you read the directions here, you'll see the green box is where you would put your sources. Just read that because that's highly important for us in that one. That's it. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can turn it in whenever you want, but again, the due date is October 16th at midnight, so this will not be going on your first quarter grade, which is good for some of us, bad for others, but it is what it is. That's what we do. So that should be it for Monday. There are a lot of things, again, that you can be working on, so I expect you to work on them and get a lot accomplished, and Tuesday we will be doing the debate in class regardless of what happens, so please come ready for it because there's nothing worse than having a debate Socratic seminar, a fun time when people have nothing to say. So we got to speak, got to talk, and we're going to have lots of fun. But short week, short week, short week, so get ready for it. Any questions, send me a reminder. I am here for you, and I will answer, so good luck with everything. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday.